bloody waters.
Hey faves, let's get straight into this hairstyle. We're doing small knotless braids today. I'm using heat protector on my hair. I'm so excited. We're not using any gel on this style. No gel whatsoever. It was just so much controversy on using gel with these hairstyles. On TikTok, I had asked you guys, why, what are the alternatives if I don't use gel on my hair when braiding? And there were a lot of different answers. So I decided to use a shea butter, raw shea butter. That's it. I did use heat protector on my hair. This is freshly washed. I used a clarifying shampoo and then just some conditioner. So let's get into the tutorial. So finished blow drying my hair, and yeah, it's time to get started. I have a lot of hair. I'm tired already and I haven't even gotten started.
I feel like if we want to be the head of the household, if we want to be the leader, then we need to lead in love, meaning that we need to sacrifice and we need to walk in love and we need.
This is just me showing you guys the parts I did to get started. I made 3 different sections and I got started on the back. So y'all know I'm using my 3-way mirror to do my hair. This is so convenient because, let me show y'all. I'm right here, right, in this mirror, but I can see the back of my head from this mirror. So when I go to part my hair, I can see exactly what I'm doing. And it might look a little blurry here, but it looks really like easy to see for me. So when doing my hair for these sections, on this bottom row underneath my ear, I'm gonna try to put 1, 2, 3 rows. Then for the top, I'm gonna have 6 rows on each side. So I hope that makes sense. 3 rows on this bottom section, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna have 6 rows on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then my middle part is gonna be right here. And then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is my plan. Okay, this is the hair I'm gonna be using for the style 33 52 inches Outre Expression. My favorite hair. This is the hair rack that I have from Amazon. It's really a tie rack, but you can get it on Amazon for literally like $38 to $45, something around there. But I've been using this rack for years and it's so easy to set up. So we're starting off from the back. I'm using my 3-way mirror. You guys need to get you one of these. I'll link it down below as well. Everything that I'm using will be linked down below. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna have 3 rows on that bottom section. So we're gonna start off with that first row, and I'm just checking to see if it's right. And this is how you this is how you part your hair, y'all. You have to part your hair. Then after that, you need to take the piece apart and look at it. Really pull it away from each other so you can see exactly what your part is looking like. Then I'm going to take the comb and just part straight down. And you can see when you pull your hair in the sections around, you can see if it's straight or not. Try pulling your hair like from side to side. Pretend if a braid was there. Pretend if it was all like slicked together, like what would it look like? That is how you're going to be able to see how your sections and how your how your parting looks. Pull things apart, look and see, but also get this mirror because this is really going to help you to really pay attention to what you're doing. Also, parting takes patience. If you don't have patience, then you're not going to be able to just part your hair and just go and just believe you did it right. No. That's another reason y'all don't have patience. So if you're thinking like you parted your hair and it didn't come out right. Yeah, you're going to have to keep parting it a few times. Keep putting that comb in like a few times. Like you have to have patience. That's a lot of reasons why people don't do their hair right, because they don't have the patience. So this is me just showing you guys how I install a piece of hair into my braid if I want to extend the length. Make sure that all 3 pieces in your hand are the same density. But to add length, you just want to add like a skinny. You see how that piece is smaller than the other pieces? Like it's a skinny, small piece just to add some extra length. Now, my hair in particular is heat damaged. I'm using shea butter only, like I told y'all before. And I just put a little bit of shea butter on the ends and stuff while I'm braiding because I noticed that for some of my braids, like my hair was sticking out of the braids really, really bad, like just straight and just out, like bad flyaways, basically. So since I have heat damage, I think that's why all my split ends were just like sticking out and not really conforming to the braid that I was trying to do. So what I ended up doing, and you will see me doing this next clip, is add extra shea butter. But I'm going to show you guys exactly what it looked like. So that was all the flyaways from using just a little bit of shea butter. So I was like, yeah, that's not gonna do. So I ended up on my next braid using like a lot more shea butter. Like you'll see it on my fingers. See how I'm using like a lot more? And I'm just sticking that together on my braid because I can't really tuck that good, honestly. So I just made sure I used a lot of shea butter and like just kept braiding. So this braid ended up coming out way better with the flyaways. With the other braids that, I didn't use a lot of shea butter on, I ended up just cutting those split ends, off while it was in the braid because I'm not gonna need them split ends when I take my braids out anyway. So it'll be fine. So you'll see in the next clip that it came out way better this time than it did the last time. See how that was? Ooh, yeah, that's smoother. A little flyaways is okay, but how much I had in the last clip was it was a no. This is me, I think like a few hours in. I only had 3 rows there. And we're gonna just keep parting. So this mirror, I'm telling you, like without this mirror, y'all will be doing a whole bunch of other crazy stuff just trying to get your parts together. But see how I'm pulling my hair up and I pulled it to the side? You'll see me do it again. It's hard to explain, but okay, so you see how I'm parting it and then I'm pulling my hair up, then I'm combing that down, and then watch what I do next. I have my section of what I think is like, ooh, pretty good part, pretty good section. I'm putting it to the left, to the right, pulling that hair up, making sure that the part looks right. Y'all gonna see in a few seconds like what else I do to make sure that the part is like really, really good. And this might not even seem like a big thing to do, but it is important to do. Because if you don't do this, you're really not gonna know if the part is what you need it to be. So boom, I made my part. I'm thinking it looks good, right? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This section looks good. I take it, I pull it up, I pull it down. I'm like, wait a minute, it's a little thin on that back piece. So we're gonna add some extra hair to make sure that it's the same thickness going all the way around. You gotta take your section, pull it up, pull it down, pull it to the side. Like just make sure how you gonna make sure if the part is correct. You have to take the section that you are trying to part, pull it up, pull it down, separate it. Look how thin that is. Might need to add some extra hair there. So look, I'm going in and I'm going back around. That is how you're going to see if your section is the same row, like the same width and height and whatever you want to call it as the last row. You got to lift it up, pick it up, put it down, put it to the side, open it up. Like you have to look. And I don't mean just look at it. No, move it around so you can see. But anyway, yeah, this is just going to be the rest of me just parting that row. And y'all probably think like, braiding takes the longest. The really parting be taking a while. And like sometimes parting first before you start braiding is better for some people. I personally don't do that. I have tried it before. But if you're trying to, just have one thing on one day and one thing on the next day, cool. Then part on one day and then braid the next day. Just separate it. You could wear a scarf for a day, just like finesse. Because I had to separate this hairstyle into 2 days. It was just no way I was going to braid all of my hair in one day. I thought I would be able to, but I took way too many breaks. I was at the house. So, yeah, do what y'all need to do to get it done. Save your money, sis. Learn how to braid your hair. Okay, see how I'm pulling it to the side? Now I'm looking, I'm like, okay, the row is looking how it's supposed to. Now we're going to go in and part our braid. Now some of these braids are a little small. Some of these braids are a little bit like a medium size. you know, it's hard to see when you're doing your own hair, but this really is a game changer. Take the comb, the end of the rat tail comb, and literally part your hair from down below. And see, I'm separating that piece. Look how straight that's gonna come out. Like, once you like do this was a game changer for me. Just parting it from up above was cool, but parting it from down below and bringing it up, that really like solidified the part. All right, y'all. So at this point, we've already got one, two, three, okay, four, five, six. We got 6 rows in total in the back, including like that back lower section of the nape. So yeah, we're getting it done. Like, this took me a while, but I was definitely like paying attention to the parts and everything I was doing, because I was like, nah, this gotta come out. Like, if I'm gonna put this much time into it, everything gotta be fine. Okay, so one thing I will say in this video, it was really hard to show like how I braided. So I just took 3 sections from that one section, and I braided my own hair a little bit. For some areas and some sections, depending where, if it was like thinner, because right there, that's the crown, right? So in the crown, it's going to be a thicker area than if I would do it like at my like edges. You know, my hair wouldn't be as thick. So I wouldn't be able to just start off with my real hair. I would have to start off immediately with extension. So I braided my hair down some, and then I went ahead and added some extension to my hair after I had braided it down like 3-4 times. And every time I add, I always add it to my pointer finger, and I added to the piece in the middle and the piece on the side. I always made sure to do that. Okay. And to make sure my braids were flat, I kept on like touching them just to make sure they were flat and not like bulky or anything. Just, take your time with this. I know it takes a lot of time, but that's what's going to get it that perfect look if you're patient with it. If you look at it, touch it, feel it, make sure it is how you want it to be. As some of these braids I had to do over again. I would do it and have to do it over again. It's just how it is. Okay, y'all, so I'm halfway there. I got the whole back done, but I still have to do the front. This is the back. They're pretty long too, but this is the back. Yeah, it's a lot of braids in here. A lot of braids. I'm gonna take like a little break and just relax, lay down, because my back is hurting a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back to it probably around like 9. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock, so I've been doing my hair for 12 hours and I've only done the back. Like, only have done the back. Like, Lord have mercy. But y'all, by this time it was the same. Was it the same day this day? Yeah, it was the same night. So it's nighttime now. I am tired. Y'all see my face? I am over it. But I was determined. So I did do, I think, one whole section on the side. So I did definitely, I'm at the top now. Like, I'm at the front. So I parted it in half. Of course, I gave myself a middle part. And then I knew I was going to do 6 rows on each side. I was just moving my baby hairs out the way, or adult hairs, whatever y'all like to call them, because I know y'all like to get crazy on the internet. And yes, I did cut them because I wanted them shorter. Just how it is. And then I got started with braiding. Made sure I did them 6 rows, and they came out phenomenal. So this is one of those braids where I kind of basically added hair immediately. So after I got my 3 little sections and I'm about to start my braid, I placed my fingers to start braiding, however y'all like to plait. But see how I'm pulling to make sure everything is tight, and I'm pushing my finger onto my face so that it stayed tight. You don't want to loosen up your grip and move your hands down from the braid. That's what's gonna make your braid loose. Make sure you keep those fingers close and up tight to where you are, you know, forming the braid. I hope that makes sense. But the lower your hands are while you're braiding and making that big gap, then the looser your braid is going to be. You have to make sure that your finger, see how my finger is up under that braid right there? Yeah, that's what's going to make sure I'm not having loose braids. So this is all that I got done that day. I started at around 8:50 a.m. And by this time it was probably like midnight. I was, girl, tired. But we gonna continue the next day and we're gonna get this done. Okay, 6 braids. Let's go. Okay, so when I get to the end, I just take like a skinny piece like this. Make sure it's like real thin. Then after that, I like take my finger back behind it. Make sure that this piece of hair is like behind the braid. Then I'm gonna take it and pull it through. That's all I do. This is all the shea butter that I use. If you're not subscribed by now, make sure you press that subscribe button now. So this is the 2 ways I've been braiding, right? I've been taking some shea butter in my hand, put it like this. Say hi in the chat so you can see your name on YouTube. Yeah. Oh, we made it to 100. I use Shiny Jam Mousse because this is for braids, okay? Because the Shiny Jam Mousse is for braids. You gotta use the right mousse. Ooh, Lord help me. And I got a lot of flyaways, so hopefully this mousse helps. I'm gonna put a little bit more though. Kettle from Amazon. Yeah, I gotta dip these for sure. And I gotta cut the flyaways. Hey, okay, so we're just gonna do the edges. I didn't want to do anything like how I usually do, like flat iron and like you know, gel them down, whatever. I just wanted them to be kind of like free and just curl up if they wanted to curl up and do whatever they want to do. So I just put some Got to Be gel as I usually do. I'll link that down below, of course, and just did my edges kind of freely. Just let them do whatever they wanted to do, curl up or not, whatever. And if you made it this far, this is like basically the end of the video. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, of course, and share it with your beautician, because you know I did a good job on these. Make sure you send this to your sister, your cousin, your auntie, and let them know this how you want your hair next. Make sure you're also, you know, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, just enjoy these little clips, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Bye.